Hi, this is Dave Dirks, co-author of the book, The New Marketing Analytics. You know, one topic I want to spend a few minutes in this vignette talking about, and it's an important one, is what we need to do to help solve a very important and critical strategic challenge in our country right now. And that is there aren't enough data scientists being trained, being educated, or even data analysts and data engineers being educated to be able to fulfill the demands that businesses have today. And that includes both profit and nonprofit organizations who are becoming much more aware of the fact that they need people in their organizations who are very comfortable and adept at organizing, structuring, and then leveraging insights out of the data that they have within their business systems. And so I've talked to people in the course of writing the book, The New Marketing Analytics. I had an opportunity to speak to people across the United States from multiple industries. I've spoken to educators from many colleges and universities across the country, even some Ivy League schools. And surprisingly, most schools, there are a few out there, but most schools really haven't pivoted yet, even at the collegiate university level, of really understanding what's necessary to, or the amount of effort it's going to take to really produce qualified data analysts, data scientists, people that are able to relate to data in a way that helps businesses leverage the data that they get, big data and otherwise small data, if you want to call it as well. And one of the things that I've realized is that, while it's, universities and college programs are just realizing now the importance of having these kinds of programs, either in an adult education format to retrain adults who are looking for new career opportunities, or what's happening at the undergraduate and then of course the graduate level as more traditional students in their early 20s and mid 20s go through their formal education process. While they're trying to grapple with that, I think the real issue, in my view, is we're not doing enough or anything at all to stimulate interest and excitement about data analytics, marketing analytics, the data sciences itself at a very early level in the school system at elementary. And I'm really speaking of like junior high to high school. Clearly, if you look at most high school programs, there are not too many high schools that are that have data science or data-oriented programs to give students, before they commit themselves even to college, an understanding and sort of a taste of what's out there for them, and present it to them in a dynamic, fun, adventurous way that gets them engaged and gets them thinking about the critical thinking skills that you need, obviously the math and the programming skills that you need as well. There's a whole lot of work that I think we need to do at the junior high and at the high school level. So I'm thinking, really ninth grade on up. And certainly you could make the case you could start earlier, but I'll just say from ninth grade to 12th grade, we are clearly in this country not doing very much at all in this space. And probably because it's hard to find perhaps teachers that are qualified to even teach on this subject, because most of those people are already working in industry. So if they have any data science aptitude and passion for data science, they're not working in a school system somewhere. They're more than likely working for, corporate America, making 3 times the salary or 4 times the salary. So I get that struggle, and I understand how important that is. But that's where I think high schools, junior high schools and high schools could partner with industry leaders and find ways to build centers of influence within their school systems, much like colleges and universities do when they partner with industry leaders in the data sciences and computing sciences. They collaborate together, and I think it's important just as much for corporate America and these data-oriented organizations to collaborate with high schools and junior high schools to build programs, and it doesn't have to be, the college level. It has to be some way to introduce these students to the exciting opportunities that await them in a real job market. That means that, within a few years after high school, they could be working in a data science role and becoming very, very productive and adding a lot to their own careers at a sooner rate. There aren't enough two-year schools even that are thinking of data sciences. There have always been some two-year schools at the community college level, I'm speaking, that have focused a little bit on this. But there are really not too many community colleges that I'm aware of, and I'm sure there are a few in the United States. There's always some, but not enough that are really doing enough to build curriculum around data science, data analytics, the sales analytics, the marketing analytics, basic business intelligence, and competitive analytics. There's a whole broad band here of opportunity for our school systems, our two-year schools, as well as obviously our four-year and our graduate level schools to do more. And I'm hoping that if you're listening to this, you think about that. Perhaps there's a way that we could collaborate together. If you're interested in sharing ideas on how we might do this, I'd encourage you to email me. Email me, as you see on the screen, at ddirks@velocitymarketinganalytics.com. I'd be very much appreciative of any comments and thoughts and ideas that you have in terms of how we might be able to stimulate interest in the data sciences a whole lot earlier than we do today. Anyway, thank you for listening. This is Dave Dirks. I'll see you next time.